Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. Today, inshallah, we will complete the geometry basics. Okay. And if you remember, we stopped last time to this rules. Okay. Today, inshallah, we'll go through triangles. What are triangles? What are the types of triangles? Okay, please, everyone wake up, open your mic and say Assalamu alaikum to be sure that you are following me. Surah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Now, type of triangles regarding to the angles, okay, we can classify it into three types: acute, obtuse, and right angle. For the right triangle here, actually, we are using Pythagorean to find the side, any side missed in the triangle. Like, for example, if this is 5 units and this is 3 units, and find x, okay? How you find the value of x here? You have to use Pythagorean, which is 5 squared. I have to square the hypotenuse and equal the sum of squares of the other sides. So it will be x squared plus 3 squared, okay? If you are using this formula, you can find the value of x. So x here under the root, it will be equal to the 5 squared minus 3 squared. If you solve here, you will get it will be 25 minus 9, it will be 16 under the root. Okay, so the side x, it will be 4 units. It will be 4 units. So this is the way how I can find any missed side in a right triangle using Pythagorean. But because in the exam I don't have a time, so I will show you here how you can find any missed side using Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so you have to memorize these numbers. The simplest Pythagorean triplets are 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now it will be the sides of your triangle. So the bigger one, the bigger side here, always it will be on hypotenuse. Okay, and the other two sides it's written on the other sides. Okay, so now if I write here, for example, another numbers, you can find it directly using the formula. But if you don't have a time, you have to memorize this one here. And if you multiply this ratio by 2, for example, you will got here 6, and you got here 8, and you got here 10. So most of the questions in the exam, you will give you, like, for example, this is 10 and this is 6, okay? So you want to find the value here of this one here, because you have it, if you can lose the time in the exam because if you are using Pythagorean, okay? So the Pythagorean here will be x equal the 10 squared minus 6 squared, which is a 100 minus 36, which is 64 under the root. Okay, so as you see, I have many steps to find the angle, the side. So finally it would be 8. But if you remember that there is a relation between the simplest Pythagorean triplet with any other derivative, okay, from this ratio. If you multiply here 3 by 2, you will get 6, 4 by 2 will be 8, 5 by 2 will be 10. Okay, so directly, if you compare here, you have 10 and 6, okay, and you compare between 10 and the ratio, so you will find here there is a relation between 5 and 10, which is multiplied by 2, and 6 here in relation with 3. 3 times 2 will be a 6, okay? So you can directly write your ratio and you try to multiply 4 by 8 to get the third ratio here. Also, if you multiply all by 3, you will get 9, 16, 312 here, and then 15. So this is another ratio. If you multiply by 4, so you will get here 12, and this is 16, and this is 20. Okay, if you multiply by 6 and so on. You understand, يا جماعة? Okay, if you multiply by 6, you got here 18, and this is a 24, and this is 30. Okay, so directly when I give you a right triangle, okay, so if I write here, for example, this is 30 and this is a 24, okay, and I want you to find the value of this side, okay. So you can compare by your eyes. You have the simplest ratio, which is 3 to 4 to 5, okay, and 30 in relation with 5, not in relation with 4 and 3. 24 is in relation between 4 and between 3, okay. So now let us to see here. If the relation between 5 and 30, that means I have multiplied here by 6. So do you think 24 in relation with 4 or with 3? 5 in relation with 3 by multiplying by 6. So 24, is it in relation with 4 or with 3? It will be in relation in with the 4 because 6 times 4 will be 24. So now you have to find which missed here under 3. So that means you have to multiply 3 by 6. So 3 by 6 will be 18. So you got the missed side by this way. Do you understand now? Hey, Gemma, do you understand or not? So
Yes.
please write these points, okay, with you because it's very important and it will be very helpful for you while you are studying, okay? Please, when you finish your writing, please open your mic and say, I finished, okay?
I finished.
Okay,
Yeah, I finished.
okay,
I finished as well.
okay. Now let us back again together. So we finished this part, okay. Now, as I mentioned, there is a triangle, which is acute angles and obtuse angles and right angle. So if I give you this sides, okay, and I said, what is the three sides, okay, or sorry, I'm sorry, there are 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, which are the measure of the sides of a triangle. So this triangle is considered as right triangle, obtuse triangle, acute triangle, isosceles triangle. So how you know if this is right or not? You have to apply Pythagorean, okay, or the triplet. Now, if I give you this are the measure of the sides of the triangle, and I want you to know if it is obtuse or not. Okay, so do you understand what the meaning of obtuse? It has one angle which is greater than 90. Okay, so this is, for example, 20, and this is 7, and this is 8. So now, is it obtuse or not? How do you know? You have to find the sum of two sides and then compare it with the third. Okay, so you can just find the sum 20 plus 7 compared with 8. 20 plus 8 compared with 7. 7 plus 8 compared with 20. I have to do this 3 steps. Now here, 20 plus 7, it will be greater than 8. And 20 plus 8 will be greater than 7. And 7 plus 8 will be less than 20. So if you have less here, okay, the sum of two sides less than the third one, okay, this means you have an obtuse triangle. So this is the obtuse. This is the obtuse, okay? I will do the same here also. I will add 4 plus 7 and compared with 8, okay? And then 7 plus 8 compared with 4, and then 4 plus, plus 8 compared with 7, okay? So always here you will got all the sum of all sides, it will of the two sides, sorry, it will be greater than the third one. If you have the three comparison, it will be greater, greater, greater. So this is must be acute, okay? So this is the way how I know if this triangle is acute or obtuse or right triangle, as he will give you only the measure of the sides. He will not give you the figure of the triangle, okay? Yeah, okay. And this is the way of using the inequality theory to find the missed term in a triangle. I will add here a note, so please write after me. In this note here, I just want you to understand that for any triangle, if it is acute, if it is obtuse triangle, if it is right triangle, okay, so always you can find the third side. It must be limited between this inequalities, between this border, okay, between the sum and the difference. Sorry, the sum and the difference between the two sides, between first side and second side, okay? First side and second side. First and second side. Do you understand, everyone? Hmm. Yeah, okay, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So in some question, you can find it in the exam or any book, okay? You can find like this one here. Um, find the expected third side length in a triangle has, for example, 7 and 10. Okay, meter, for example. Okay, so now here we just apply the formula, okay, or the inequality of the triangle, which is the third term. I will write it like x. Sorry, the third side, okay, to be like x, and I write it between the border. So I have to subtract and I add, just only like this way, okay? So now if I subtract, I got here 3, and here I got 17. This means the measure of this side, the third side, must be between 3, 3 or 17, and between them. So if he give you some options, like for example, 15, like 18, okay, like 2, okay, like 20, okay, like 20. So which of this option, it will be your answer? Hmm. If the third
Uh,
side from 3 to 17. Yes, يا سلمى اتفضلي. Hmm.
15.
It's a 15. Yes, you are correct. It's a 15. Excellent. Okay, so it must be between 3 and 17. Please write this question because I will not repeat this question again. And this question is common in the exam. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you finish your writing, everyone? Please open your mic and say, I finished. Yes, hello. Open your mic and say, I finished.
I finished.
I finished.
What about others? Jumana?
I finished.
Okay.
I finished.
Okay. Now we have here the other classification of a triangle, which is an equilateral triangle and isosceles triangle. What's the meaning of equilateral triangle, ya Salma? Salma, what's the meaning of equilateral triangle? Hey Salma, what's the meaning of equilateral triangle? Just only try to translate the word for me. What's the meaning of equilateral triangle? Okay, equilateral triangle, does it mean equal?
متساوي الأضلاع.
ايوه بالظبط, equal sides and equal angles. اوكي يا جماعة, in the isosceles triangle which is called متساوي يعني متساوي الساقين أو الضلعين, okay, it's it has two equal sides and two equal angles. Okay, like this one here. This is an isosceles triangle. It has two equal sides. This is an equilateral triangle, has three sides, they are equal. Okay, three sides, they are equal. All sides are equal. Okay, so all angles also they are equal. So what is the measure of each angle here? As all angles will be 180, so each to be 60. So you have to know each here to be 60. Okay, and here if this side is equal to this side and this side corresponding to this angle, each side is corresponding to or opposite to an angle. Okay, so you have to know here this angle 1, it must be equal to angle 2. Okay, angle 1 equal to angle 2. Hey يا جماعة, is it clear? واضح؟
أيوة.
تمام؟ طيب, okay. We have a special cases of right triangle with 30-60 degrees and isosceles right triangle with 45 degrees. What the meaning of this? It is just only a right triangle. Okay, they are right triangle. So your right triangle here, like this one كده, and this is also a right triangle. Okay, but one of them is isosceles. What the meaning of isosceles? It has two sides, they are equal. So they must be the sides of right angle. Okay, they are equal. If this side, they are equal, and the other two acute angles, they must be their sum equal 90. So I have here 45, and I have here also a 45. You understand? So this is 45, and this is 45 angle. Okay. Now, do you understand? Type. Now, the problem where, how you will find the sides of this triangle. If this is, for example, 2 units, so this is must be a 2 units. If I asked you to find the value of x here, okay, so you have to apply Pythagorean because this number, it is not in relation with the ratio of the triplets, 3, 4, 5. So you have to write here x, it will be the square root of the sum of the sides together. It will be 2 squared plus 2 squared. Okay, so it will be 4 plus 4. You can write it as 2 times 4 under the root. And if you solve here, you will get 2 radical 2. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, I want you to apply the same steps on this triangle, please. Okay, if you have here 3 and here 3, and I want you to find the value of y. So please try to apply like the same steps here and tell me what is the value of y. I'm waiting you.
Is it 3 radical 2?
Yes, exactly. It will be 3 radical 2. So let us to weight them. Do you got the same or not, everyone? Okay, do you get the same answer, everyone, or not? هاي يا جماعة. جمانة، لين، سلمى.
So how did we get to that answer?
The same steps. Follow the same steps. Follow the same steps here. So try to see what I did here, okay, and you try to do the same steps. يا سلمى.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
the same.
جمانة.
أيوة I got the same.
لين.
Yes, me too.
طيب, okay. So now, instead we are working on Pythagorean, okay? We can work by a simplest way, okay? Only for this special cases, okay? So if you compare your answer you got here, the value of x, it's a 2 radical 2 for this example. And for this one here, this 3 and the 3, it will be here 3 radical 2. And if you have like 10 and 10 here, okay, so always this will be 10 radical 2. You understand? Hey, جماعة, do you understand now? So we can work as a ratio. We can work as a 1, 1, and 1 radical 2. Okay. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, radical 2. If I give you an example like this one, I said here, this is 3 radical 2, okay, and I want you to find the value of x, here and here, okay? You can write here x, and this is 3 radical 2, okay? And then you can just only cross multiply to find the value of x. So the value of x here, it will be 3 radical 2 because 1 times radical 2 is 1, okay, is 3 radical 2, sorry, over radical 2. And then simplify, so you will got here 3. فهمنا يا جماعة؟ This is easier, okay. Hey, Gamal, do you understand this one? طيب, I will practice you here, okay? Now, if this is like a 5 radical 2, okay? So this is equal to what?
5.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it will be here 5, and this is 5. And if I give you by another way, like this is 5 radical 2, okay? And this is 5 radical 2. So could you find x here?
Is it also 5 or?
It's, no, you have here, at this time, you
Is
have
it
to
10?
apply formula 1 to 1
Oh,
to
ew, okay.
radical 2, okay? And then you can write here 5 radical 2, and this 5 radical 2, okay, and this x. If you cross here, yes. Lean, you said it's 10, okay? It will be 5 radical 2 times radical 2, okay? It will be 5 times radical 2 times radical 2, it will be 2 here, so it will be 10. تمام يا جماعة؟ الموضوع ده مهم ليه؟ لأنه إحنا ممكن مثلًا يعمل لنا إيه، يعمل لنا كده like a mix between the figures، okay؟ يعني مثلًا for example this is a circle، تمام؟ This is a circle. أعملها stretch شوية. وبعدين this is what؟ This is حاجة كده مثلًا أهي، شايفين كده and مثلًا they are overlapped shaped okay if you complete the circle طبعًا الcircle هتبقى كده، تمام؟ فمثلًا you need to find this side okay you need to find مثلًا for example this side okay so all of these figures which I explain on triangle or circle they will be mixed together okay so this solution will be a part of the solution okay to solve a question. Now let us back again to here triangle 30 60 degree. In this triangle here I have here this is 30 and this is 60 okay. So I want you always to know each triangle, each right triangle has hypotenuse. hypotenuse يا دكتورة اللي هو اسمه الوتر hypotenuse. Okay. لأ. hypotenuse. Okay. This one. and the side which opposite to 30 degree, it's always equal half of hypotenuse, okay? And the side which is opposite to 60 always to be equal to hypotenuse, okay, over 2, okay? And this value, it will be multiplied by radical 3. يبقى radical 3 times half of hypotenuse. طب ما عليه اكتبوا بس هنا. Please write this part here. And when you finish, okay, say yes and let us to practice on this part. يلا يا جماعة بسرعة.
I finished.
Okay. Now let us
Me
to,
too.
okay, good. Let us to practice here together. Now this is your 30 degree, okay, and this is 60 degree. طبعًا يا جماعة أنا باحاول أخلّينا نعمل skip من Pythagorean بقدر الإمكان، تمام، وناخد يعني the easiest way to solve، أوكي؟ فبنحاول إن إحنا في الcourse تبع الgeometry part ده إن إحنا نعمل حاجة اسمها إيه، يعني geometrical thinking skills، تمام، فبنقول المعلومة بطريقة مختلفة شوية، هي نفس معلومة المدرسة، بس إحنا بنقولها بطريقة مختلفة بسيطة شوية، بحيث إنها تسهّل لنا شوية، ونبعد شوية عن إن إحنا بنعمل memorizing كتير للtheories وكتير للformulas، تمام؟ طيب إحنا قُلنا مع بعض إنه this is your hypotenuse. If the hypotenuse is 10, so which is opposite to 30 it must be 5, which is opposite to 6 it must be 5 radical 3. هو ده الموضوع بس. صعب؟ إمم. ها يا جماعة صعب؟ طيب وبعدين؟ ها يا جمانة is it easy or not؟
Yeah.
طيب لين؟
Doctor, can you repeat? Yes.
Okay, no problem. We can say that here you have 3 angles, okay, 90, 30, 60. Always which is opposite to 30, it must be a half of hypotenuse. If it is 10, it will be 5. 6, it will be 3. 4, it will be 2. Okay? Opposite of 60, it will be half of hypotenuse, but times radical 3. Times radical 3. And you can prove that if you are using Pythagorean. يعني you can say it is 10 squared minus 5 squared, it will be a 75 under the root. If you using your calculator, you will got it as 5 radical 3. Okay? So always you can apply the same process here يا سلمى. هاي يا دكتورة ماريا. Do you understand يا ماريا؟
أيوه.
Okay. لين. لين.
Yes.
Okay. طيب. Now let us see here. يلا يا لين. Tell me x is equal to what يا لين؟ لين.
أيوه.
Hmm. What is the value of x here؟
ما
صحصحوا يا
أدري.
جماعة شوية. مفيش حاجة اسمها والله ما أدري. في حاجة اسمها تشوفي الفيجر ده إحنا إيش سوينا فيه يا لين. يا لين صحصحي يا لين لو سمحتي. صحصحي يا لين. صحصحي من فضلك. تمام؟ يلا. قولي لي أنا إيش سويت هنا بسرعة.
ما أعرف.
أنا إيش سوينا هنا؟ إيش اللي مكتوب هنا؟ إيش اللي إحنا سويناه هنا؟ طب أنتِ كتبتِ اللي إحنا قُلناه هنا والّا لأ؟ كتبتِ اللي إحنا قُلناه هنا؟
أيوه كتبته.
طيب لمّا أنتِ كتبتيه إيه اللي مكتوب؟ opposite to 30 it will be half of hypotenuse. opposite to 60 it will be radical 3 times half of hypotenuse. إحنا ده اللي إحنا سويناه، ما سويناش حاجة تانية. هنا الhypotenuse 10 ده صار 5 ده 5 radical 3 يصير هنا this is 12 دي هتكون إيه بقى؟
6.
طيب اللي بعده هيكون إيه؟ هنا y إيش تكون؟
آه، ما أدري. هي لازم تكون radical ولا لأ؟
هي غصبٍ عننا يكون فيها radical 3 غصبٍ عننا.
أوكي. آه، إيش حتطلع؟ إيش حتكون يعني؟
إيه؟ إحنا إيش سوينا هنا؟
يعني 6 radical 3
أيوه
ولا
6 radical 3 أيوه بالضبط بس 6 radical 3 أوكي؟ يالّا اتفضلي يا دكتورة جمانة هنا بسرعة يا جماعة لو سمحتوا ساعدوني شوية. Now if this is like 15 so this is what?
30. Oh wait, y is 30.
Y is 30 and X is
Uh, 15 radical 3.
طيب أنا هاغيّر لِك بس هارجّع لِك الangle زي ما هي هنا كده أهي 60 وهنا 30 عشان أخلّيها لِك زي ما أنتِ بتقولي. هيبقى هنا 15 radical 3 تمام؟
Okay.
15 radical 3 طيب يالّا يا سلمى، يالّا يا سلمى، يا سلمى this is 3 could you find Y and X؟
Y is 6.
Y is 6 yes excellent and X is
3 radical 3.
ممتاز. ها يا ماريا is it clear with you؟ ماريا if this is
Yes, it's
25
clear.
okay
Yeah.
so this is equal
To 50, and then the other one's 25 radical 3.
yes okay thank you. Now let us see next together here. Now we have a word which is called congruent polygon and similar polygon. So what is the difference between congruent and similar? Congruent, this means all sides are equal and all angles are equal in any polygons. Do you understand what the meaning of polygon? Polygon started with triangle, which is the simplest polygon, has 3 sides and 3 angles, and then the quadruple, which has 4 sides and 4 angles, and then to a pentagon, which has 5 sides and 5 angles. So all of this, they are polygon, okay? So for word congruent here, all sides, please write with me, all sides equal and all angles, they must be equal. Okay, to be congruent. Okay, شباب. So we have a common question in the exam, which is coming like this way. This is a triangle. Draw it, please, with me, okay? Okay, he will say these are two congruent triangles. Okay, A, B, C is a congruent triangle with the D, E, F. And the symbol of congruent, it is coming like this way. It's A, B, C triangle is congruent. So these three parallel lines refer to word congruent in the geometry, okay, with the EFD. So if they are congruent, this means the sides it will be equal. Like this side is equal to this one, and this side it will be equal to this side, okay, and this side will be equal to this one. The question is, if this angle is 30, and this is 70. This is 70. Okay, find the value of angle x. Because they are congruent, so must be this angle, it will be 30. It must be 30. كلمة congruent يا سلمى معناها متطابق. متطابق. Okay. يصير هنا 30 وهنا 70. Okay, so x it will be how much? x it will be 80. X it will be 180 minus the sum of others, which is 30 plus 70. Okay يا جماعة. ها يا جماعة. اوكي
ايوه okay.
تمام. طيب طيب we have similar polygon. What the meaning of similar polygon? At word similar polygon here, this means they are not equal side and equal angle, but there is a ratio between the sides. يعني for example, I'll explain it here. This is a very small triangle as you see, and this is bigger one. Okay, but they are similar. If this side is 2 units, so it will be like a 10 units. So 2 and 10. And if this is 4, okay, so this is 20. What do you understand? There is a ratio of similarity. Okay, like for example, in our family, if I have a newborn, so this is the newborn baby, okay, and this is the grandfather, okay, of this baby, okay. If you look, they are similar. They are similar, but not they are identical. You understand the difference? They are not identical, but they are similar, okay. So now here we can find which is called ratio of similarity. Find the ratio of similarity. Find ratio of similarity, okay? How I find it? I just divide the smaller over the bigger, okay? Like this way, 4 over 20. And always, if I solve here, I got 1 over 5 and 1 over 5 here. This means your ratio of similarity will be 1 over 5. This means this one here, if you find the area of this one, it may be, if you find the circumference or perimeter of this shape, it will be 1/5 of this one, okay? You understand يا جماعة؟ فاهمين؟ يعني مثلا هنا if this is 30 it will be this one is 6. Okay? So let us to find here the perimeter. I will add all sides to find the perimeter. 2 plus 4 plus 6, it will be a 12. Okay? And if I add all sides 50, it will be 16. Okay? The perimeter here, if I add all of this, will be 60. Okay? 12 is perimeter of this one and 60 is perimeter of this one. Okay, so they are also their perimeter, it will be in the same ratio. If you divide 12 over 60, you will got 1 over 5. اوكي طيب انا هستفيد ايه بقى يا دكتوره من الهرجه دي كلها في الاختبار؟ هستفيد منها ان انا I have to find the ratio of similarity. I have to understand how I find the ratio of similarity between two polygons. يعني مثلا for example I can say this is hexagon, okay, and this side is 2, this is 3, this is 4, okay, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, okay, but I have another hexagon. يلين صحصحي, okay, and this one it is written as 4, and this is 6, and this is 8, and this is 10, and this is 12, and this is 14. This means they are not identical, but they are similar. If you compare between this side is measured by 3 and this one is 6, and this is 4, but here it will be 8. This means the ratio of similarity between them, it will be 3 over 6, or if you divide 4 over 8, so always it will be 1 over 2. It will be a half. Okay? So this is what I mean by ratio of similarity. I can use ratio of similarity to compare between the circumference of two polygons and compare between the area of two polygons. Okay, يا جماعة? This is first polygon, second polygon, I'm sorry. And this is second polygon. تمام يا جماعة؟ واضح؟
Yes.
Please write everything, and when you finish, please tell me.
I
I
finished.
understand it, but why can't the ratio of similarity be 5 for the first one?
It can be 5 over 1 if you are dividing 60 over 12 or 30 over 6 or 10, 10 over 2, 20 over 4.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I finished.
Okay. Now let us to see what the benefits here. So I will open a whiteboard. Now I will work actually on the triangles because it is easier now. So this triangle and this one, okay. Let us to compare between the area of A to area of triangle B, okay. So we'll find the area of triangle A over area of triangle B. I write triangle like this way. So how I'll find it? First, I have to give you the sides which they are similar together. Like here is 5 units and this is 25. And if this is 3, so this is 15. So you can find first ratio of similarity. Okay? ROS, ratio of similarity. Okay? So how we will find it? To be 5 over 25 or 3 over 15. So what do you get? 1 over 5. Okay. So the ratio of similarity is 1 over 5, but the ratio of area to the area of the P, it will be the square of this ratio of similarity. So it will be 1 over 25. So this is the ratio of this one. Like, for example, if the area here is 10 squared unit, okay, so the area of this one will be 25 times of the area of this one. You understand? 25 times the area of this one, okay? So when you are using or finding your ratio as a ratio of similarity, you can square it to find the ratio between the area of two polygons together. Okay, if you want to find perimeter, يا سلمى, perimeter of triangle A to the perimeter of triangle B, you just use the same ratio of similarity. يبقى هنا use the same without square, okay? Ratio of similarity, okay? بس هنا أنا I have to use the square of ratio of similarity. Please, when you finish your writing, please open your mic and say, I finished. Hmm.
I'm finished.
Okay. As you finish, send to me, I finished. Okay, do you finish everyone? يلا يا جماعة بسرعة.
Yeah. A question like this one, okay, this is one question. Read it carefully and try to solve it by yourself. I'm waiting you.
Okay, do you finish?
You.
Okay. Now, how do you solve the question? تفضلوا. يلا يا مريم اتفضلي. This is your question. اتفضلي.
I got 2 to the ratio of 9.
Yes, exactly. So now he gave you the ratio between their areas, okay? So the area of ABC to the area of X, Y, and Z, okay, it will be equal to 4/81, okay? So now if I want to find the area of their perimeter, which is equal to the ratio of similarity, so I have to find the ratio of similarity. So how I will got ratio of similarity, yes, Salma? Okay, by taking a square root for both, okay? So we'll take a square root for this one. So square root of 4/81, it will be 2/9. So this is the ratio of similarity, and also it will be a perimeter of ABC to the perimeter of XYZ. يعني بس ما سويتش أي حاجة، أخدت الراديكال تمام وخلاص، هي دي الأنسر. تمام يا جماعة؟ فاهمين هنا ولا لأ؟
Yes.
Okay. So please write the answer when you finish your writing. Open the mic and tell me yes I finished. بسرعة يا جماعة لو سمحت.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, thank you ريما. مريم أنا آسفة.
Me too.
I
Okay.
finished.
Okay, هاي
I
سلمى.
finished as well.
Okay. 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 Now let us see the next here. We have which is called regular polygon. Regular polygon. What the meaning of regular polygon? What the meaning of regular? They have equal side and equal angles. Okay. The smallest figure, it will be a triangle and then the quadruple shape and then pentagon and then hexagon and so on. Okay. I don't know if you know the name of the figures. Okay. So let us to take a new, يعني, if you have 3 sides. Okay. So this is called a triangle. Okay. And if you have a 4 sides, it may be square, it may be rectangle, it may be rhombus, it may be parallelogram. So it's called the quadruple. It's a quadruple shape, okay? And yes, and if you have 5 sides, so this is called pentagon, okay? 6, it will be hexagon, okay? And 7, it will be heptagon. 8, it will be octa. 9, it will be nonan. 10, it will be decan. اوكي يا جماعة النمبرز مهمة والنيم تبعتها مهمة، مش بس عشان الماث، عشان كمان الأورجانيك كيمستري. الأورجانيك كيمستري فيها ابتداء من البنتاجون، يعني موجود عندنا بنتا، هكسا، هبتا، أوكتا، نون، ديك. Okay, so now in this part we need to know how we will find the sum of all angles, how we will find the individual angle, okay, how we will find how we'll find the number of diagonal which is drawn inside the shape, okay, or the figure. Okay, so please write this, and when you finish also open your mic and say I finished, please.
Okay, do you finish?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now I will share again my screen. Okay, this PowerPoint. And try to write all of these formulas, please. Okay, write all of these formulas, please, and I will explain them. If you want to find sum of all angles in n-sided polygon, you can use this formula, n minus 2 times 180. Each angle of an regular polygon, it will be n minus 2 times 180 over n. N here is number of sides or number of angle. Like if I have pentagon, so I just put here 5, okay? Sum of all exterior angles of polygon, it is 360. Sum of all exterior angles of a polygon, it is 360. N-sided polygon, okay, has number of diagonals. So we can find the number of diagonals by this formula, n times n minus 3 over 2. Okay, please write all of these formulas and you have to memorize it well because it's important.
I'm done.
Yes, okay. All of you, do you finish? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, if you are finished this part, okay, let us go back again to the sheets. Okay. Okay, now, so the formulas to be written here, okay? Finally, we have here, you have to memorize area of the famous shapes, okay? Area of the famous shapes. Like area of a circle, area of a triangle, okay? Area of a square, area of trapezoid, okay? Area of parallelogram, okay? So I will give it to you here and I want you to write it please also. So we can share the screen together. Okay, you have to memorize, okay, area of a triangle is the base times height over 2. Area of rectangle, it will be base times height. Parallelogram, it will be base times height. And square, it will be L times L. And trapezium, it will be base, bigger base, plus smaller base, all of this times the height over 2, okay? And rhombus or diamond, it will be the bigger diagonal times the smaller diagonal over 2. Okay, and for the hexagon shape, this is a hexagon, okay, and this is this is a half, sorry, this is a height of the triangle here. So you can just only multiply them together over 2. Leave this figure now, I will give you another one. Okay, so please write only this 6 figures here. And also this formula, we can use it for the square, because the square has 2 diagonals, okay? So if I multiply this diagonal times this one over 2, I will get also the area of a square, okay? So please write, when you finish your writing, please send to me.
I'm done.
Okay, what about others?
Yeah, I also finished.
Okay,
I'm also finished.
okay. Hi, Jumana.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, volume of regular object. If you have a regular object like a prism, like a cylinder, like a cuboid or a cube, okay? So you can find the volume of each one of them using only this way. So the volume here, it will be equal to area of base, area of the base, okay, times height. So once you know the area of the base, you can multiply it by the height to find the volume, like this cylinder. The cylinder has the base, it will be a circle, okay? So the area of a circle, it will be pi r squared, okay? So you can just only multiply pi r squared times the height, so you got the volume of the cylinder. And this one here, you can find the area of the base, which is width and length, and this is your height, okay? So you can multiply them, width times length times height. And also here, you just find the area of the base and then times height. So be also width, length, and height, okay? Because cube is a special case, because all sides of the cube is equal, so we can say it is L, L, L. So the volume of cube, it will be the cube of the side, okay? So to be L cube, okay? Please, you can write this one here. And all of the volume of the shape is given here, but we can skip the hollow cylinder and the cone and the pyramid and the ball or sphere, okay? And all areas are written there also. Okay, we can take a break like 5 minutes and we come back again, okay? ممكن ناخد بريك كده يا جماعة 5 دقايق بس، ولمّا نرجع بس فكّروني أفتح التسجيل.
Hello.
Yes. Lynn.
Hello.
Okay. Maria.
Yeah, I said hello.
Okay. Salma.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, my dears. Now, I collect some figures, okay, which will be helpful for you, okay? And for example, like this question, if he gave you this angle, A is measured by 30, okay, and this angle measured by 60, and he asked you to find the angle Y. So as you see this figure here, it is you can find only this is 30 because they are opposite angles, and this is also 60. But how you got Y? So Y always to be the sum of A and B, okay? So if he give you a drawing like this one or figure like this one, you have to know this angle, it will be equal to the sum of other angles, okay? The next point here, okay, if you have a triangle and you are drawing middle base, this is called middle base, okay? What is middle base يا شباب? What is the middle base? Middle base is equal to half of the original base, okay? So if this is 6, this is 3. If this is 10, it will be this is 5, okay? So now the problem here, if I have a middle base drawn, so the smaller triangle, it is equal to 1/4 of the bigger triangle. So the triangle A is 1/4 of triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Okay? Okay. Now, the ratio between base and the triangle sides. Please complete here and the triangle sides. Now we have two triangles, A1 and A2, okay? As you see, A1 is smaller than A2 in the area and also in the base. So you have to know here the area of any triangle is in direct relation with the base, okay? As the base increase, the area it will increase, okay? So now here, if I give you the area of A1, it is like a 100, and the area of this one it would be like 800, okay? And this is 10 units, and this is x. So I want you to find the value of x. So you will just write here area and the base in a ratio, and the area here it will be 800, when the base it will be a 10, okay? And if the area it will be 100, so the base it will be what? And then you just cross multiply to find the answer, and then solve. So x it will be is 100 times a 10 over 800. Do you understand يا شباب? Okay. So you can simplify this zeros together and you can got 10 over 8, and this 10 over 8 and then 10 over 8, if you simplify it over 2, you will got 5 over 4. Okay. Now, the most important point also here is point 4 and 5 and 6. Okay. In these three figures, actually, the inner shape, it is always equal half of the outer shape in area, okay? So this is your rhombus. You have to know if I have a rhombus drawn inside a rectangle or triangle drawn inside a rectangle. So always you have to know the area. Please write after with me. Area of rhombus, it will be half of area of rectangle, okay? So if the rectangle measured by 8, the dimension, it will be 8 times 10, for example, okay? So it will be 8 times 10, which is the area, over 2, okay? So it will be 40. And also here, the area of triangle, okay, to the area of the rectangle, it will be half. It will be half. So also here, if you want to find the area of the triangle here, it will be equal to half of area of rectangle. Number 5. Number 5. You have here a kite. This kite is drawn inside a square. Okay, so you have to know the area of this shape, which is kite. Okay, directly it will be half of the square area. Okay, if the side here is 4, so we can find it 4 times 4 over 2. So the area of this it will be 8 units. تمام. البورت ده جدا مهم يا جماعة، فلو سمحتوا try to copy. Just when you finish please tell me. أنا آسفة جدا لأنه الواتساب ويب عندي اللي بفتح بيه على اللابتوب it is not working good. Okay, so I'm not able to take a screenshot to send to you. Okay, so please try to write or take a screenshot while you finish. Please tell me. Okay, do you finish?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the next figure here, we almost, alhamdulillah, we finished the geometry, alhamdulillah. Now, in this point here, any quadrilateral with perpendicular diameter, what the meaning of this word? This means I have a square or rhombus. Okay, these are quadrilateral and they have perpendicular diameter or diagonal. Okay, so only for square and rhombus you can find their area using diameter times diameter over 2 or diagonal times diagonal over 2. Okay, as a square or rhombus. If you have a trapezium, yeah, Maria, are you there? If you have a trapezium and you want to compare between these two shaded area, okay, so you have to know the area of figure 1 of triangle 1 equal to area of triangle 2. Okay, now in this circle, if you have a triangle and inside this triangle and this inside this triangle you are embedded a circle, okay, this circle with radius r, and you want to find the side of the triangle, so the side length here it will be equal to 2 times radical 3 times the radical. الفورمولا دي يا جماعة you have to memorize it. Okay, now let us to see point 8. جمانة، يا دكتورة جمانة.
Hello.
Jumana, I just want you to read the question with the example.
Okay.
Read it, please.
If two regular shapes have the same perimeter, the shape with the more sides has greater area. Example, square and pentagon have the same perimeter, which of them has a greater area?
It's a pentagon, okay? Have the same perimeter. Which of them has greater area? So what is the solution of this question, yeah, Jumana?
Um,
Back again to the note. Okay, read it again and then try to solve. How many
okay.
sides in the square? You have here 4 sides. How
Four.
many
Yeah,
sides
yeah.
here? You have 5 sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did 4/5?
No, it is not 4/5. There is no solution. يعني أنت هنا two regular shape have the same perimeter. So the shape with more side has greater area. You want you just only to compare which is greater area. Is it square or pentagon?
Oh, I did pentagon.
Okay. So pentagon, it will be has greater area. Okay. Now lean.
Yes.
Yes يا لين اتفضلي. Could you read this please?
If two regular shapes have the same area, the shape with more side has less perimeter.
Has less perimeter. Could you read the example please and solve it?
Example,
Pentagon here,
هذا
okay?
square صح?
Yes, square and
Square and
pentagon.
pentagon have the same area. Which of them has greater perimeter?
So which has greater perimeter? Is it square or pentagon?
Pentagon.
Regarding to your reading here, please concentrate, please.
Good.
Hmm,
Square.
square. He said that more sided has less perimeter, okay? So square it will be greater perimeter. Okay, doctora? The last point here is this one here. If I have two hexagons, and he gave you this two shaded area number 1 and area number 2, okay? So you have to know these areas, they are equal. And also inside this hexagons, this area, it will be equal to this one. تمام يا جماعة؟ البارت ده والبارت ده with this one for some questions which is coming like comparison. Okay? We finished the basis of geometry, alhamdulillah. Now we have to solve this group of questions. يلا ready? جاهزين? A cube area in 150 meters squared, its volume is equal to what? Now, cube, what the meaning of cube? Cube, it's an object has six equal sides, okay? And all sides, they are squares. All sides, they are squares, okay? So it has 6 squares, 2 on the top and the bottom, and the lateral side, they are 4, and all edges, they are equal. All edges, they are equal in length, okay? So now he said cube area. What the meaning of cube area? This means he find the area of all faces, okay? So I have 6 faces, and 6 times area of one face, which is L times L, so it will be L squared. So this is the formula to calculate the area of the all faces here, which is equal to 150, okay? And then let us to divide over all 6 here and over all 6 here. If you simplify, you will got 25. If you take the square root, so each side will be measured by 5 meters, okay? Now he wants you to find the volume. Volume to be equal to L cubed. So L cubed will be 5 cubed, and 5 cubed will be equal to 125. I will solve the next question also with you. What is the length of the bold line? Bold line, this line here. If the side is equal to x meter, he said that the side is equal to x meter. So the bold line is half of the x. So it will be only half of x. Okay. What is the measure of angle MHG? Angle MHG. Okay. So this angle here, how I got this one, if I magnify the figure to you, okay, if I make zoom, like this one here, okay. So if you see here you have what? You have a right angle, okay. So a part of right angle is measured by 35 here. So this is must be 55. To find this angle, I will subtract from 180 minus 55. Okay, شباب? Okay, you got 125. So this is the way how I will solve the question. Now, I just want all of you try to share the answer of question number 4. تفضلوا.
Is it A?
Doctor, you are muted.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said let us to check together with Maria, okay? And we have to count here how many squares we have. If we count, we have 16 squares. And here we have one complete square and two halves. So this two halves equal to one square. This means we have two shaded squares, okay? If you simplify on the top and the bottom by 2, it will be 1/8, okay? The next question is, Salma, if we took 20% of the straight angle, what is the remainder? What's the meaning of this question? I took 20% from the straight angle, which is measured by 180, okay? And he wants you to find the measure of the remainder, okay? So the remainder here, you can find the remainder from the percentage, as the whole angle will be 100%, and the remainder, it will be 80%. Okay, Salma? It's 80%, okay? Times the 180, okay? So this is the remainder percent, يا جماعة. So now let us to simplify together. And you have 18 times 8. If you multiply, you will get 144. Okay. This question here, I have a mistake on the numbers only. So we can leave it now. Okay. And let us to see the next question here. In this question, I draw here a triangle, which is already touched the circle here. And I want you to find the x. If you look for this triangle, it is an isosceles triangle, because this is radius and this is also radius, okay? So this is isosceles triangle, and this is this angle, it must be equal to this one, okay? So what do you think here? The angle of this one, it will be what? I will check with option. If x is equal to 90, so now I have 90 divided by this two equal angles. So this will be 45 and this will be 45. So 90, it may be correct, but 160, it is not acceptable because this is acute angle. So that you can skip this one. If x, it will be 17, and this is too similar. So it will not be, يعني 17 minus 180, it will be 163. If I divide 163 over these two angles, okay, I will not get anything. So now the angle here, it must be 90 to be these two are similar, which is 45 and 45. By this way, we finish this group of questions. And now let us do, just a minute. I will try to save this. Uh, okay. And please, I want you to try to revise, okay, what we explained on the geometry, specific on the geometry, okay? Because by tomorrow, inshallah, we have to solve a test bank on geometry, okay? On geometry part. Okay, يا جماعة? Please يعني لو سمحتوا.
Miss, tomorrow's class is at the same time as today?
Yes, is it good with you? Because
Yeah,
I
it's
have
fine.
another class at after you directly, okay? So
Okay,
tomorrow
it's
it
fine.
will be at 2:30. Oh, tomorrow is Saturday. Just a minute.